Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, we're going to talk about all of the latest news about the upcoming update. We know that the update is inbound. SteamDB has, of course, updated with the internal branch. Very exciting stuff. But in today's video, I've done something a little bit extra special, and I've conducted an interview with a member of the community that was in the Nexus about this upcoming update. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And also, ladies and gentlemen, whilst I do have your attention, can I just ask a massive favour? Can you please just double check that you are still subscribed to the channel? YouTube, as of late, has done a massive culling over many YouTubers, including myself and other popular No Man's Sky YouTubers have also been affected, where for some reason, they are automatically getting unsubscribed. So just double check for me if you are still subscribed, if you have been called and removed from the unsubscribe list, and make sure you hit that subscribe button again. Or if you are new around here, or if you've been interested in the channel for a while, you like what I do here, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget, leave a like and leave a comment on the video as well. It really does help me out a massive deal. Anyway, let's get right on into today's video. So, first of all, what has sparked this excitement? Well, over on SteamDB, it's a fantastic website that tells us a lot of information about the current state of No Man's Sky. Well, internal branch has officially updated. It updated yesterday afternoon. Very exciting stuff, and it's only in internal. Which means, obviously, PC doesn't have it yet because it's not gone to experimental, and obviously it's not gone public, which means everybody else on consoles doesn't have it either. So, very exciting stuff. Now, I've done a little bit of digging, and if we go over to the price tab, we can see a lot of information here, and we can see across the board, but yet still very funnily, for the British pound, the game price is still the same. But in a lot of countries, it's at 60% discount, 50%, 40, 30, and so on. So the game is getting discounted across the board in many countries. But as always, we are still waiting for the British pound variant to be on 50% sale, which it's not yet. The US dollar, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, and so on, France, Germany, they still are not on discount yet. But movement is happening, and again, very exciting stuff to see. Now, if we go over to Twitter or X or whatever it is people want to call it these days, we can see that Mr. Murray's last post was on the 26th of January, and everything else before that has just been retweets of the community's pictures for No Man's Sky, and also we have a few memes and some information about Light No Fire, but no movement yet from Mr. Murray himself. Now, earlier on today, I went around the Anomaly, joined different lobbies, and I was having good conversations with a lot of people within the No Man's Sky community, and this is what one chap had to say. So thank you for speaking with me today. What would you like to see included in the upcoming update? Master Smuggler Toshi put, ability to customize ships would be awesome, as well as multi-tools. When do you think the next update will drop? Master Smuggler Toshi put, probably sometime in the next 4 months or so, at least. So do you think we'll get the new procedural space stations within this update? Though there was a leak about the new space stations, so maybe, hope so at least. So how long have you been playing No Man's Sky for? Beta, started on PlayStation 4, recently picked it up on PC. Now, do you feel that No Man's Sky has good late game stuff, or do you think it needs to add more to keep players more engaged? Autophage was good, but was way too quick. For me, it's getting a little dry, but there is always something to do for someone. So I want to say a massive thank you to Master Smuggler Toshi for having that interview with myself. So as you can see, the community feedback seems very positive. Everyone wants something slightly different. However, one thing that everyone is anticipating is the new space station Type Bs, or the new procedural generation space stations, whichever way you want to put it. That seems to be a very big focus point at the minute, especially within the No Man's Sky community. Now, as Toshi said, there is still something to do for everybody in No Man's Sky. Now, of course, we can all agree that the late game for No Man's Sky can sometimes feel a little lacking, and it feels like you're having to look for something to do in No Man's Sky. But the team at Hello Games could implement something that really does increase the replayability factor, and there's lots of different ways and speculations on how this could be achieved. But let's just hope that Hello Games are listening, as always, to player feedback, and they implement something that does cater towards this need. Now, next up, I wanted to share what some of the content creators are also thinking about the next update. And this is what Captain Steve has to say.
I think 2024 could continue to be quite a surprising year for No Man's Sky.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you've not seen Mr. Captain Steve's latest live, I'll have a link to that very video in the link in the video description. Go and show him some love and go and see the entire live that he did, because it was a very fascinating and interesting watch. And he does go on to say a lot more, and he speculates that it all depends basically on what No Man's Sky does at the beginning now of the next update. And depending on what's in this update, kind of gives the community some sort of idea of what then the rest of the year may look like, especially if the beginning of the year now, they start jam-packing the updates full of content and new missions and lore, then that's only going to be a carry-out then throughout the year. However, if this update is also very lackluster in things such as content, and it's very light on missions and lore, then that doesn't set up the rest of the year very well. So like I said, definitely go and watch Mr. Steve's live. It was very informative, and it does give a lot of very good points. Link in the description down below. But ladies and gentlemen, that is everything from me here today. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this very video. Do you think that we're going to be seeing a content-filled and rich update? Or do you think it may be lackluster in a way? I definitely think there's going to be an expedition. There always seems to be one. But let me know if you're excited for that nonetheless. And as always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.